Chinese opponent to get lucky.
Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
The beat.
Eight touchdown picks on plus 200 odds or longer. Yeah, that's how many we cashed in last week's video. In today's video, I've got one touchdown pick favorite for every game and one or two long touchdown plays every game as well, because, hey, we're all degenerates together, and we love that touchdown. There's no time to waste. Let's get to it. Today, I'll be using Novic to go look through every single game. We'll also use Underdog and
This minute, I think get up and play, Johnny.
The Horned Frogs will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be... The 17. So Georgia Tech's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They'll go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. At the 45 on his way. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
The run from the shotgun. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Setting up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Yellow Jackets started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll leave it with him. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go right back to it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, Guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense, Bowen.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So TCU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic in the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Grant. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, right through his... They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it.
Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The offense changing the play. To throw, it's Hawkins. Got the quick pass. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Hits the open man. Touchdown, Horned Frog. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busting coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it in and get the easy touchdown.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Vincent. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Off play action on first down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Anderson will throw. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it on the counter. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Horned Frogs are marching down the field.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Sets up the screen. Turning it on! What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to the run, it's Lanier. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Got out of trouble and throws. Zings it complete to the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got... He's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Took a shot as he threw. Another incompletion on third down. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and look for room. And the returner will be knocked down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Safe completion on the screen. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them.
Looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 35. Still on his feet at the 45. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Hawkins. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bringing the heat. And they can't make the connection on third down. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
There he goes. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Yellow Jackets just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's in goal. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pressure coming. Bought a little time. Lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Snags it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Extending the play. Right down the middle. Tosses it incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete out of the backfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Going for the marker on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, when you're in plus territory on 4th and 1, I don't think the quarterback was ever thinking about coming off the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if the QB convinced the coach to go ahead and do it from the way it looked.
Oh, 100%. That's coach. We got this. Absolutely. We want more points. We've got to go for it. I believe in my guys. The players always try to go for it.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Might be calling a hot route. With the run on 1st and goal. Back's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frog. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UCF found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Knights football today. Those folks in Orlando won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Anderson will throw. Rushes on him, trying to escape and get it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
On the ground with the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They punted away on fourth down. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Anderson wants to throw. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. They get him up rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense finally gets home. They get their first sack of the day. This is a defense, they can pressure the quarterback. This is not normal. Last week they had 5 sacks, so you're used to this defense getting after quarterbacks.
The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the 35. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. He makes the grab. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Now they'll run it to the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Quickly complete. At the 45 on his way. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down as we open the final stanza.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And the Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, TCU.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Handoff to the single running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And man, a lot of times late in games, You see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 7 over Arkansas. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Vincent.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple of minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
The RPO fired complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call Red Snoopy. A little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the first.
Anderson will throw. With the catch, it's Vincent. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Phillips. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking for the score. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll return it from around the 50. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. It's a one-possession game in the 4th. Henderson wants to throw. He's got it.
And that's a great way to start this drive. Listen, we understand the situation. We need a touchdown, we need a two-point conversion, but you can't get all of that on one play. Stay consistent, plenty of time still left on the clock. Dink and dunk if you need to. Take what the defense gives you.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Vincent. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
The snap sets up the throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He is denied, stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the two-point conversion. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Moves away as he feels pressure. Makes the grab. It's Ezukama. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Horned Frogs line it up with a 1st and goal. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.